that one. Let's do that one.
And there
5
we are.
5 minutes on the clock. Go.
Yeah, we're going to start. Hold on, wait. Let's set it up first. Let's be professional. Yeah. We just watched Werewolves, and to that, I will say, Arthur, you have the floor.
What the fuck? The movie didn't make any sense. It starts... Okay, so they have this whole... the supermoon caused it to happen, but only some people were affected because only some people got touched by the light. But how did they figure that out? They never explained how they figured out that that's what actually caused it, like being the moonlight getting on them.
Well, I think it was anybody who was touched by the light was turned into a werewolf. Like,
but they never explained how they figured that out.
Yeah.
They never explained how they figured that out. And then they all have put in all this effort to build their fucking The Purge-style homes, right? And then you have these crazy mercenary dudes running around as though, like, society has just fallen apart over the last year? What about that underground market in the fucking mall?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I wanted the werewolf cult so badly, and we didn't get it.
There was no werewolf cult. Instead, we had a guy in a $20 Hot Topic steampunk gas mask with a Darth Vader fucking voice.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to point out
what the fuck?
That in a matter of possibly 6 hours, they set up an underground society in the mall with, like, prisons and everything.
What
like,
the
Yeah,
fuck?
what's happening?
Well, what is... And okay, so at other times, the werewolves are clearly just mindless beasts. But they're also intelligent.
I mean, the
in
one
other
guy's
scenes.
smart enough to know to test the fence for electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like-
couldn't seem to make up their minds as to whether or not they wanted smart werewolves or not. So they just went with both, and it didn't work.
They went with plot handy werewolves.
They
Yeah.
couldn't decide on a theme, so they made a joke.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
I'll give
this
them one
fucking
thing.
movie.
I'll give them one thing: the animatronics.
Yeah, no, I really dug the practical effects. Like, the werewolves, like, weren't, like,
What
top tier.
werewolves?
They weren't perfect.
Fucking crocodile apes? You talking about the crocodile apes?
But they were real crocodile apes.
Yeah, the fact that they bothered.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah.
Don't call it werewolves. Come up with a different name for this. Don't base it on the supermoon. Make it some sort of toxin and have them be crocodile apes, and maybe I wouldn't hate this movie so much. I was so excited to have a fucking werewolf movie that might be interesting. And
Relax,
maybe
we're getting the Wolfman next month. What can go
and
wrong?
somehow that's going to be the better film.
Don't get too far ahead of yourself, man, because it looks fucking terrible.
It
Yeah,
just
no, that
doesn't. It
looks like
has nothing.
shit.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not the Wolfman. I want to be clear. It's Wolfman.
The Wolfman, yeah.
No, it's just
The
Wolfman.
Wolfman.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
right.
the.
It's just
It's
Wolfman.
Wolfman, yeah.
But they're separate. Wolfman. So I don't know. I haven't seen any proof that it has anything to do with the classic, except for the fact that
Yeah, no.
it's universal.
Oh boy. No, I appreciate that they use a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
That
You know.
did make me very happy.
There's some gore that was fun.
As a practical effects appreciator.
Yeah, there was some fun. I mean, like the dude getting his face eaten off by a werewolf was cool.
That was
The
pretty good.
teenage girl getting her back ripped off.
Yeah.
That was nasty. I like that.
So, did anybody else like notice the one like if you're caught outside, why bother to shield yourself and run to the neighbor's house when you could just turn into a werewolf and be totally fine?
Yeah, and apparently they don't fight each other. They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They have this pack
I
mentality.
understand not wanting to mindlessly potentially kill people, especially people you care about. But,
But if it's between you dying, getting eaten by a werewolf, and just turning into
or
a
becoming
werewolf,
a werewolf,
yeah, for a few hours.
A werewolf. Fuck
yeah.
it.
So why doesn't everybody just turn into a werewolf on werewolf night?
Yeah,
They
they're
should.
gonna have property damage anyway. Like, fuck it, at least not not like kill a bunch of people. Like,
Yeah, if there's just all werewolves, what's the problem?
And again, back to the whole premise of the fucking movie.
right, buddy?
Thank
Yeah,
you, Donner.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're a much better werewolf.
Yeah.
But so they had the supermoon caused it, and then they just assume it's going to happen again. They have no premise for why they would think it would happen again.
I mean, I would certainly be on alert if I knew another
Yeah.
supermoon was coming.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
would
it's a
certainly
foregone conclusion.
yeah, because they did make a point of saying, well, this never happened before.
Right.
Well, yeah. So what was it
Yeah.
about that one time?
Oh, and a total missed opportunity. They mention, look at what's happening in Japan and Malaysia, because
Yeah.
they're ahead.
A better
They've already
movie,
experienced
maybe?
the moon.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get to see those things? I would love to see
Even just somebody sitting watching like CNN, like, oh,
Yeah.
there's werewolves, go like,
I
Yeah,
want to
werewolves
see
in Tokyo.
Yakuza with katanas fighting werewolves.
Yes.
Why don't we have anybody immune to it, trying to protect things?
Yeah, that is a little
Yakuza
odd.
with katanas fighting werewolves. There's your movie.
Australians with boomerangs fighting werewolves. We missed that one too.
Yeah. Swinging a
Yeah.
didgeridoo
Yeah.
Why not?
or a
you know?
didgeridoo.
I'm gonna call this one a didgeridoo.
Yeah, this movie is definitely a didgeridoo. Save yourself the time and trouble and just move on. Go rewatch American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Hell, watch American Werewolf in Paris.
Hell, watch Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. That's a better werewolf movie. Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but by no means was it a good movie. Like,
I had no
didn't have the
expectations
action.
going in.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with y'all, I was just like, I'm gonna go see a movie with my squad.
I
And
wanted
did.
one of two things. I wanted an action horror fest, or I wanted a good werewolf movie, and I did not get either.
Yeah.
You got neither.
Or a black comedy, a horror comedy, and
Also,
I did not
like,
get that either.
this was particularly evident with this and with all the fucking shit we saw in the trailers. Why right now are we so horny for the military?
Oh God! Every preview
Yeah.
for a movie was about there's that behind enemy lines thing in North Korea.
Yeah,
and,
the army recruiting film.
yeah,
Yeah.
So there's a dozen of
What
those
is
in
happening?
the fucking.
Like, I know it's always been bad, but right now we seem to be having an insane moment of just horny for violence. Like, and not like
I
fun
wonder why.
superhero. Yeah, not like fun superhero
What
action violence.
could be the
Like,
reasoning behind
realistic.
that? Oh, we still don't have the Russian national anthem on the
on
the board for when Nick's not here?
I mean, I have ways of making things happen.
Please just surprise us with
We
it.
still have to get the star that lowers from
That I can't do on the
Yeah.
fly, but I can for sure.
No, that, like, I mean, in that vein, the one
Unmute
thing
this.
I am hoping for. There we go.
No, that's not the Soviet anthem. That's just the Russian national.
Oh, you're right. That was Russian, not Soviet. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, it's the official music of Nick's not here.
We should just have a little like Soviet star that's in the corner whenever Nick's not here that just says Nick's not here. And Donna agrees with
In
that.
lieu of Nick, see this Soviet hammer and sickle.
It'll just take his spot.
No, what I was going to say, I am hoping with the interesting times that we are entering in that, like, literature and cinema go, like, the kind of way they did after Nixon, like, in the 70s, where we get a lot of, like, awesome, like, auteur-driven, like, dark, gritty
That
stuff.
would be really nice. But
Yeah.
my hopes are kind of on the floor, just because of gestures broadly at everything.
Yeah, I literally cannot be disappointed.
Yeah, the bar
Well,
is
that's
very
the
low.
thing, though. The bar is low, so you should have an easier time clearing it.
I think it is a better werewolf movie to watch while we have this.
What
I can't
about
believe I'm putting
the
contact
Mary
lenses
Sues?
for this.
Every character in this movie was a Mary Sue. You have Dr. Soldier.
This impossibly ripped doctor.
Yeah, what? I was like, okay. He's the
Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, the microbiologist.
This is it. When they said microbiologist, I was like, no.
I
fucking
laughed
way.
out loud
But
when he
it's
said microbiologist.
because they led with like, oh, he's our ground team guy, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I bought
he looks
that.
like it.
And the other
He
guy
looks
called him
like the-
Captain. You know,
he looks like the
I'm not
ground
military
team guy.
anymore.
And then they said microbiologist. I was like, absolutely
Are you
fucking not.
fucking kidding me?
But then they shoehorn in the other lady who was with him for the rest of the movie into
Just
being.
let her be the microbiologist.
But she was also a soldier. When's the last time you used one of these?
A
When I was in
soldier
Malaysia
doctor.
with you. And it's just like
Yeah, I don't.
the whole thing is just a shit show.
Also,
just Mary Sue's.
why, if he's gonna like go through all this trouble of like outfitting his sister-in-law's house with all these like, you know, with like he's nailing boards to the wall, he's setting up traps, but he's nailing the shittiest possible wood he can get his hands on.
Yeah, like quarter-inch plywood.
Yeah,
You're a
what-
doctor. You can't go to Home Depot and buy 2x4s. You can't afford that.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
Outside of the fact that the werewolves are focused on that one house for literally no reason, other than Cody knows that they're there and he's a smart werewolf. But anyway, when they bang it on the door and the screws start unscrewing,
Yeah, what was that?
what the fuck? You cannot hit something hard enough that the screws go.
If
"All
you're
right."
gonna do that, just have it be nailed in.
Yes.
Dipshits.
Another one of my favorite, like, what the fuck
Ooh,
is
yes,
this?
palate cleanser.
Yeah, I'm putting on an American Werewolf in London.
Thank God.
We have to do a redux of that, by the way. That is a lost stream for us.
I'm always down to talk an American Werewolf
Yeah.
in
We
London.
gotta do like all 5 of us.
That was
do
my
a
first
redux
thing with
of
the
that.
show.
Yeah, that was episode, like, it's within the first 10, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty early on.
Yeah. No. I noticed like when he finally shows up at his sister-in-law's house at the end, like she has shot holes everywhere. She's shot everything but werewolves with the shotgun.
Yes.
And she wonders why she's out of ammo.
Yeah. Also, you had what, like 16 shells total for fucking Werewolf Death Night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stack up.
What is happening?
He was so confident nothing's getting in here. It's like balsa wood, like nailed to the fucking. But anyway, like when he get like, again, like the sister-in-law has shot holes in the place. Werewolves have come crashing in through the walls. He walks in the house. The first thing he does, closes the door and locks it.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
I mean, I guess you're just trying to control egress and ingress, but
He's just
But
struggling
even
for
then-
some sense of normalcy. Like,
but also she picks up a kitchen knife, and then later she uses the fire axe because her husband was a firefighter.
Why not use the fire axe the literal entire time? That's
Fucking
so
fire
much more
axe!
powerful. I understand, like, if you do a thing where it's the situation of like, oh my god, I grab whatever's closest, but like, that's not what you did.
She walked into the kitchen. She found a knife.
She like deliberately went to the kitchen.
And what about that lady who was like, "Oh, I think I've come up with an idea. There's something about them that we haven't figured out, or whatever." And so she goes and yells at one, and
Yeah,
they have
what
a little.
was that about?
And I was
Like
fine,
asserting
whatever.
dominance?
I that's what I thought maybe. And then they take her. They didn't kill her. They took her and left.
yeah, she dies,
Also,
quote
I
unquote, for
hate
no
that-
reason at all.
I hate that fucking trope so much where a character hesitates for 0.2 seconds and that's what kills them.
Yeah.
It's so overdone. Stop.
But like her supposed death does nothing in service of the plot.
Part of me thought that she had this like mating concept or something. Like, I'm a woman, so they won't hurt me because
Yeah,
wolves
which-
don't. Because she was a wolf expert.
Yeah.
Ew.
But that's just my thought. And then later on, it seemed that way with the women until it was the teenager who got her back ripped out.
I did like the metalhead werewolf. I just thought that was funny.
Did his earring grow when he grew?
The biker. Yeah,
Fucking
that's.
sick
what the
battle
fuck?
vest, bro.
I'm just picturing some dude with a giant fucking hoop.
Yeah, why was
It'd
it
be
why
this
was his
fucking
septum
big.
Ring, why was his septum ring wolf size?
Because it's a supermoon, obviously.
But also sick fucking battle vest, bro.
I wish there were more like situationally dressed werewolves.
Yeah, that would have been something.
Be really funny.
Because
There
you had
was-
like the biker werewolf, like there was like the the home prep werewolf
There was
with the vests.
yeah, there was someone in like a crossing guard vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me just more like McDonald's werewolf. Like yeah.
Why are they all naked? Because they don't take off their clothes when they grow.
Well, one of them was wearing sweats, and I was like, okay, yeah,
Smart.
that's allowed. That, which, by the way, reminds me of fucking What We Do in the Shadows, the original movie, where they're talking about. He's like, you shouldn't be wearing jeans. You should be wearing something that's gonna grow with you.
Also, the transformation. They had some good ideas. The first time we see them doing the transforming, when they're in the cages and everything, and the hands like bending and bursting out. Okay. But then that lady that transforms in that scene, and from that point forward, they all look like the bad Eric Bana Hulk.
Yeah.
CGI.
The CGI really left a
It
lot
was
to be desired
fucking
here.
horrible.
Yeah. Like they did use a lot of practical, but like
The transformation is not one of them.
I think in a werewolf movie, it's not going to be a good movie unless your transformation's practical. Like
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Werewolf in London, like set the bar, and like nobody,
And said it so fucking well.
nobody's come close.
Also, I
Even-
gotta say, the way that I know that something is a god tier genre movie is that my mother actually likes it, and my mom likes An American Werewolf in London.
yeah,
Another transformation that works is Underworld, because they do a mix of practical effects and CGI. They do like layers of makeup and then they CGI to blend them.
yeah.
And
For
that's the thing.
It
Like,
looks good.
The way is practicals enhanced with CGI. If you're going to use it well and use it to enhance what you can build physically and put in front of the camera.
Yeah.
That should be how every film works, period.
Yeah, Amanda said she was also surprised. By
Here's the thing. I was kind of expecting it because one of the first like big FX moments we see is the transformation, which isn't that fucking great, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, here we fucking go. But then I kept seeing animatronics, and I was like, oh, wait a second. Like, at least they tried here.
Yeah.
How long was this movie?
Too long.
Too long.
94 minutes. 94 minutes! And they had 6 subplots that they didn't even touch.
I would have said that was at least an hour 45. Like,
Yeah.
that felt like a longer movie.
So I think that this movie suffers from being too short because they set, and that sounds terrible because the movie sucked, but
No.
maybe it wouldn't have sucked if they added in another 25 minutes
Of
and
plot.
that fucking market
Yeah, of
had a
actual
point,
plot.
Yeah.
or remove the market and expand on the other parts of the plot.
Yeah, like, what are the people in the market do? Are they just, like, there, like, waiting out the night? Are they, like, hunting down
They
werewolves?
straight up said
Like,
your
yeah.
kind.
Yeah,
So they
what
have
the
to be some kind of like
fuck was
hybrid or
that?
something. They have to
Which
be
they're
some sort of
probably-
hybrid.
And here's the thing: there was probably some stupid ass after credits scene setting up a fuck ass sequel.
We just walked out. Who
Because
gives a
we were
shit,
like,
though? Yeah.
absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, the heavy-handed. AJ was pointing out
There was a
brick-
shout out to that. I noticed when he rips the home prep werewolf's head off. It looked like the slaughtered lamb sign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. AJ was pointing out the brick wall that for a door thing. Very heavy-handed for the big bad wolf thing. I mean, he had to
God, yeah.
say it, and then they had to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck it, serious right now?
I'm just gonna brick up one wall in your house.
The
You'll know why
Yeah,
afterwards.
what was that about?
rest
If
of
you're
the
gonna
windows
break
are
up-
normal.
Literally, they're all boarded up, and this one wall is bricked up.
Just a doorway.
Also, why was that just a doorway leading just like to just outside?
It's the
that didn't
patio
even-
out back,
That didn't
you know.
even have a fucking door.
Yeah.
What? Why would you take that off before? Again, werewolf murder night.
Hey, you know what's easier and cheaper than bricking up a wall is steel doors.
Not
Yeah.
that hard.
You don't have to have any skill to put up a steel door.
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking. Why wouldn't you make at least one room, like a panic room, where like it's just totally secure?
I kept waiting for
Where's
that
the
to happen
fucking
when she
panic
was
room?
like putting the daughter in places. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, they're gonna go to like some sort of like basement now.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
No,
wait a minute.
Just closets.
Nah,
and
they were in
fucking-
Florida. There's no basements, babe. That's not a thing.
But there could be an attic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not
And
safe.
of course they're in Florida.
You didn't notice? That was the first thing when he drives off.
I
He's
was-
got Florida license plates, and I was like, "A fucking course, it's Florida."
I was
With
just
Cody
waiting
shooting
for
shit.
something like again, I was waiting for there to be some little reinforced space where at least the daughter could hide if like the absolute fucking worst happens, and they just never went there.
Like again, yeah. If you're going through the trouble of putting up fencing and making traps, make a safe room.
Yeah, make
Like-
a fucking safe room.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was. And now I'm just looking at An American Werewolf in London on the screen.
A much
and
better, yeah,
just-
werewolf movie.
being so drawn in once again by
Right.
this fucking masterwork of a werewolf movie.
This solid 10 out of 10 psychological horror.
Yeah.
You know,
This is
10
one
out
of
of
the movies I've
fucking
given
10.
a 10. Yeah.
yeah. And, you know, I have my complaints, but it is a solid 10 out of 10. The whole Nazi scene is so weird.
But I like for
It
me,
adds
I
to
have
the tension.
I have nostalgia for that scene because it
Scared
psychologically
the ever-loving
scarred
fuck
me as
out
a
of
kid.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
And it does, like give you this sense of dread and tension that David's going through,
Yeah.
which maybe none of it's real.
The weird underlying sexual tension between the main guy and his brother's wife, and then also the weird tension with okay,
Oh.
so cool. I wasn't the only one picking up on that, 'cause
Oh.
I sure didn't like it either.
At the end, when she wouldn't shoot him and then shot the wall out, and then they're just staring lovingly into each other's eyes. I don't know if you saw. I immediately
And a
did
shirtless, glistening Frank Grillo. Yeah, yeah.
this. I was like, yeah. So he's not your uncle anymore. He's daddy.
Yeah, could you not hug my kid with the shirt off, please?
Yeah,
Like,
no
yeah.
fucking thank you.
Good grief.
You absolutely hate. And when they stare at each other under the car, yeah, you're so. Stop.
Uncle Daddy.
Put that sentence back in your mouth.
Uncle Daddy.
Weren't we gonna make a sticker or like some soundbite or something about the fact that like I've made gagging noises almost every single episode of Regrettable Reviews?
There's not a time you don't gag.
Oh man.
Because there's so many gag-worthy things in so many science fiction movies and so many horror movies.
I really wish they would have just cut the whole science part of it and just
Yeah,
made
fuck
it like
it.
yeah, just made it like them defending the house against werewolves. Like that would have been such a
Again,
much better movie.
They tried with like 6 movies and didn't actually make one of them.
It's Project Metal Beast all over again, where they're splicing multiple movies together to the detriment of every single idea that they throw at you.
No,
Yeah.
Because
like
frankly, the idea of werewolves as zombie plague, holy shit, that's so cool.
and even the Purge home invasion
And
thing
that
on
is
it.
also fucking
Great.
fantastic.
Those
Like,
two go
that's
together.
So
Yeah.
like original. I cannot believe that this is the final product of an idea that on paper is so fucking like fresh and interesting and innovative. What happened?
What else is there? Like I hate to keep shitting on it, but it is like
It's just like it's mid at the absolute
yeah.
best.
I will say I went in expecting like an outright F. We got like a D, I think. Like I said, there are things I can give it points for.
I wanted a B. I wanted a
Oh,
B.
yeah.
I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
a
for
B.
sure.
It was
I
a
wanted
D.
a fucking B plus. No,
There was
Arthur, I
so
remember
much.
you saying that you wanted this to be good bad, not bad good,
Yeah.
and we got neither of those.
We got bad.
We got bad,
Yeah.
and that
Worse.
fucking
This
sucks.
or Trap. This was worse than Trap.
I don't think I saw Trap.
Trap is like at least like I think ridiculously bad and enjoyable.
See, I have a friend who loves the fuck out of Trap because of the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I get it. We all have those.
Like honestly, like there was a point in Trap when I was like, all right, if it like it seemed like it was ending, I'm like, all right, this was a decent movie, but then it kept going, and like it hit like almost 2 or 3 other endings, and like each time it would pass another logical ending, it would get dumber and dumber and dumber. Like,
feel the fear.
oh, this scene is amazing when they realize they're lost. Like, oh shit, it's circling us. Like I
Like-
just love this.
This is a great scene. This is the way a horror scene is supposed to be. The
And
tension is
also-
there with nothing happening.
This is the way women feel walking alone at night.
That's a really good
Okay, here comes the
Listen,
No, for sure.
Listen,
Like,
you.
I totally get it. But
yeah.
But like,
No, that's a good analogy.
That's what I feel when I see this scene. I'm like, I know exactly what these guys are feeling, and it's every time I've had to like walk back to my car by myself late at night in whatever situation.
have you ever said to yourself, "Oh shit, they're circling us"?
Mentally, yes.
You know, if you just pretend that they're werewolves, it's probably less frightening. Which
yeah,
is
honestly, at least a
sad.
werewolf would just kill me.
Crocodile ape.
Crocodile ape! Ah! I'm sorry, that's what they were.
Many, many times at bars. Yup.
It makes me think of the weird kangaroo marsupial monsters from Tank Girl. That's how bad the faces looked on this. And the weird long arms. I don't know.
See, but like I think if they had leaned into the cheese a little more, I think that could have worked.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could have had a funny movie
Yeah.
that was cheesy.
No, I mean even like the goofy look of the werewolves, like that could have if it was much more like just you're not making Shakespeare here.
They
like,
thought they were getting an Oscar.
Yeah,
they played
yeah.
this movie like they were going to get an Oscar.
And
there's-
that
you're
is
not.
so much to your detriment. When
The
you're
Academy
making
has
something,
missed this.
when you're making something ridiculous, you have to be aware of it and play to that.
Yeah. And that's they took it way too seriously.
100%, way too fucking seriously.
And I think that's why they focus so hard on the like science side of it and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to give themselves more. Like they're trying to make it seem like a more serious movie than it is, which again just makes it which makes it even harder to take seriously. Like I can take a ridiculous movie seriously if that makes any sense, because a lot of the time, like Reanimator knows it's fucking ridiculous and they lean in and they do it perfectly. So I can take Reanimator at face value and be like, yeah, okay, this is the world we're working in. This does none of that.
Yeah.
It takes itself way too seriously because it's expecting the audience to do the same, and it backfires horrendously. When a movie knows it's ridiculous, I can take it seriously. No, yeah,
It just straight up is the
does.
Disney Big Bad Wolf
yeah. And for what?
with the curved up face and everything.
And for what?
What was I going to say? Oh, you know what? This would have been better since it was only 134. Or sorry, an hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah.
This should have been one of those like 8-episode miniseries, hour-long episodes.
Ooh,
A decent,
That's podcasting.
a
right
decent
there.
show.
We need a
that
button
covers
you
all
can
that.
just slap.
We need to get different times of all of us having said that's podcasting, and just like super cut it.
If I'm going to see if we can set it up as a random button where like it just plays one of the, we don't know who's going to say it.
Ooh, like a
Ooh,
randomizer.
I like that.
Yeah, like it's going to be one of us saying it.
That could be real fun.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
But yeah, if this had been like a mini series with 8 hours of 8 1-hour episodes, they could have explored all of the things they did.
And this is the same thing we said about Metal Beast. What is it with people underselling werewolves specific, like not taking time with werewolves specifically to develop their ideas and get them to a place where the audience is actually going to give a fuck?
Yeah.
They just
I think they're just banging on like werewolf, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
God, I love this scene.
it is so good.
The fact that I put effort into my fucking outfit for tonight, by the way,
Oh.
I put in red contacts. I'm wearing a Powerwolf shirt.
That reminds me, the first thing I was going to say is I can't believe I put on clean underwear for this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just,
I bothered to put in contact
I'll give a
lenses
shout out.
for
I'm wearing
this
my
shit.
T-Villain shirt. If you ever like my T-shirts, most of them are from T-Villain.
Slay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let me cover up the thing I was just talking.
do want to point this out. I tried, and they did not earn my try.
This was not worth the effort. How was the plot bettered by his sister-in-law and niece being his sister-in-law and niece and not wife and daughter?
Or existing at all.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he just
Yeah.
everything about that
because
have
they
just
could
been
have
them
the
escaping?
dumb shit about like the little birthday in the beginning to give it like emotional impact. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't...
Like you didn't even need that family at all because the whole them escaping from the escaped werewolves in the lab thing.
Yeah, that could be
That's
the
it.
plot.
That's the movie.
Compelling.
Yeah.
That's the movie. Is them surviving on the run.
Almost have it be like a Warriors type situation.
Yes!
Like we just need to survive and like get to point X through, this field of werewolves.
Add a
basically.
couple more people in, so not just the two of them, a couple more people, and they start getting picked off, and the tension is building.
Yeah, make it a team. Like a team that
Say
we
their
care
science
about.
team, like fucking, or their security escort.
A fucking
like,
miraculous idea.
15 minutes to sunrise was the longest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
yeah.
Oh, was that filmed in real time? Like, what the fuck?
Oh God.
I have no fucking
And like,
idea.
as soon as the sunlight hits them, they turn back to people. The moonlight, it takes a little while for them to transform, but the sunlight hit that guy, and it was just like, I'm
And
a
also,
dude.
it is not bright daylight at sunrise. Like
No.
it's it's like
You're so lucky the sun was right out that specific window.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Like and again, just the.
It's just not.
I don't even remember her name. I hate referring to her as the sister-in-law, but like that's
I don't even remember what it
I don't
was.
remember
either.
anybody's name. Yeah, no, Frank Grillo's last name is Marshall. I remember.
Well, yeah, they're all marshals. Yep.
Yeah, but like
Somebody was named Amy, I think.
maybe shit. What was I
Sure.
gonna say? The
Yeah, that was the main lady. Oh, and Wes.
sister-in-law. Oh, it really just her shooting it. Like I said, at anything but werewolves with the shotgun. Like
Like, if you're gonna have, especially if you're gonna have the, like, oh, you're not gonna need to use this, but just in case. Like, if you're gonna have the shotgun being, like, a plot point, at least fucking show some bullets hitting some werewolves, man.
yeah,
She literally just shot into the walls and ceiling, which is not how shotguns work.
No, not at all.
Even if they're slugs, that's not a good way to use them.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
why did her husband say "I love you, Dr. Chen"?
Like,
Who said that?
Her
the-
husband in the
well,
beginning.
husband. If you're gonna do that as a bit, make it like playful or whatever. Make us fucking buy it.
Why don't I remember this?
Because you blocked
they're in
it
the
out.
car
Yeah.
when they're getting ready to take him in. He's the one who turned last time.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
have
Oh,
this
that's right. I
weird thing.
completely forgot about that husband. Why is that? Like, that's another loose, dangling subplot. Like, her husband is out there. Like, shouldn't she be trying to, like, find him? Like, maybe track him down? Like, make
Yeah,
sure, like...
what the hell was that
Again,
about?
Yeah.
subplots galore. And also the entire idea that there are, what do they call them, first years? Or whatever?
Yeah.
That they know who those people are.
Yeah,
Are they being held
hell?
accountable for their crimes?
I mean, it wouldn't be a crime. You're not in a proper mental state. You're.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of the only times you could ever actually plead legitimate insanity.
Yeah, you'd be
You
like
were a
civilly
fucking
liable, maybe, but
werewolf.
not like criminally liable. Sam, what's up?
You could be vaping formaldehyde. That's what the third of 5 ads told me.
If you're gonna smoke anything, smoke weed.
As in, like, I'm missing out on vaping formaldehyde?
Yeah, like I don't.
shouldn't
It
be,
seems like they're selling me on this. And okay, I'm always down to clown. How often is there a super moon?
They did say a couple times a year.
3 or 4 times a year, and they always happen in a row.
Oh,
So why is this only the first time this is happening? Then, as if this is a year later.
Right.
Have there been 3 or 4 supermoons where nothing happened?
I'm also just wondering mathematically why supermoons would happen like that, but I do not have a science brain.
It's
Like
not-
why they would be sequential.
It is. Oh no! Why would it be sequential? That I can't answer.
Is it like the thing where like a wave pattern can link up for a little while and then it
Maybe
doesn't,
it goes out of
and then it
sync.
does
staying
again?
close for a little bit, and then they start to come out of sync.
That's
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So wave pattern's a good analogy.
Every now and again, I'll make a good point.
The absolute closest full supermoon of the 21st century will be on December 6th, 2052.
Yeah,
Oh, whack.
we could have some serious werewolf problems then. Oh God.
Yeah, this was a mess.
Why?
man.
Like, just why can't they make a good fucking werewolf movie?
Well, I
You're
seriously-
fucking telling me!
And like I understand that like werewolves are currently not having the hot cultural moment that vampires are having, and that's fine. Like this shit happens all the time. We're like, oh, the hot thing right now is werewolves. The hot thing right now is possession movies. The hot thing right now is vampires. But werewolves really do get shafted all the
Yeah.
fucking time. It's not that hard. And it's at this point, it's kind of like, can you make a good genre movie or not? And for whatever reason, as soon as you take anything horror and you slap werewolf on it, people don't know what to fucking do.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. And like,
Yeah.
I'm not even the werewolf person. I'm the vampire girl. So like, I'm enjoying my renaissance, but Jesus Christ, give other people a turn.
When are we watching Ginger Snaps too? I have never seen any of those movies, the Ginger Snaps ones.
I have not seen any of those either.
Oh, Ginger Snaps is a very heavy-handed analogy for
Menstruation. isn't
yeah,
it?
adolescents and women. Yeah. In fact, the younger sister yells to the dude who's going off with her sister, "She's ovulating, you idiot!"
Sure, why not? Can't say that I won't watch it.
No, they're good. Ginger
Oh.
Snaps is actually good.
Sam, we're
All right,
watching.
noted.
We just came from the theater. We were watching Werewolves. It just came out this week. I don't expect it'll be around
That's
long.
podcasting.
That's podcasting. It's not good. It's
That's what it's ... not good.
Save your time, bestie. Is gonna be my advice.
Someone's
to
yelled at every
you.
time I have my ovulations. Me too, sister.
Love it.
But yeah, like when was the last like decent fucking werewolf movie?
The Ginger Snaps aren't horrible, but they're not good.
Like the Wolfman was 2012, and like that's not horrible.
Fine. Yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
but it's not great either. Like it's not like that's like a C plus, maybe like a B minus if I'm feeling generous.
An American Werewolf in London is truly
It's
as
the A+.
good as it fucking
Yeah.
gets.
There's the Kit Harington one, which is just an allegory for an abusive spouse and parent, and to the point where it literally is just an allegory for that. And there is no werewolf. You find out at the end of the movie.
Oh God.
Noted.
Like, it's very obvious from the get-go that even though you see a werewolf, that you're just seeing it from, yes, Dog Soldiers was a good werewolf movie in recent
I've
time.
never seen
Although
that.
recent being like 2007.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that might be on Shudder. I should check that shit out.
Dog Soldiers is great.
Noted. Okay.
Yeah.
It's British special forces training in the woods, and then they have to defend themselves in a home invasion from werewolves.
Cool. Kyle is currently on vacation, so I get to watch whatever bullshit I want and starfish in the bed. It's great.
Oh, there is nothing better than sleeping.
Just
in,
kidding.
in the
I miss
center-
you.
Sleeping in the
Please
center
come
of the
back to
bed.
me.
Like, oh, that's the best.
That is a very good feeling, though. Just
No, where's my spray?
fully all the way out.
No, we cannot watch Cats ever.
You can watch it whenever you want, not on any of our shows.
AJ, if you want to be part of the pink sleepover where Brooks and I watch Barbie, we can work Cats into that. We already watched it one time on obscene amounts of edibles, and I'm willing to do it again.
Network sleepover.
Brooks, you heard it here. Girls' night.
Oh, that's exclusionary.
But again, I mean, I'm sure I'm sure
Have me
Wolfman.
explain Cats will join. The plot
gonna
of Cats is that they introduce themselves until one of them receives permission to die. And I say this as a person who has seen a live performance of that musical and loved every single second of it. It's genuinely so good. It's so entertaining. The movie just sucks ass. Can we
That
get
was a
matching
noise.
jammies? Absolutely, yes, we can.
Yeah, I still don't think that Wolfman has anything to do with the Wolfman. It's
Yeah.
adapted from the Wolfman, but it literally has nothing to do with it. Blake,
You
who
can
the fuck is
have
Blake?
a very loose adaptation and still technically call yourself an
Yeah,
adaptation.
based on a true story. People have lived on this planet before.
Yeah.
There's some truth to it. None of the characters have.
Release the butthole.
Release
cut
the
of Cats.
butthole cut. Keeping it nice and mature here on the network.
Yes, that is what we're known for.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, like again,
This
like
was just...
I just wish somebody.
I
would-
wanted to have fun,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Get the formula down and give us a good werewolf movie, but
Somebody please just fucking make a good werewolf movie. It shouldn't be this difficult.
It's not. I could make a decent werewolf movie because you just take one of these subplots and run with it.
The Wolfman and the Wolfman are not the same.
yeah, no.
We had this discussion the other day.
Also, why is that like maybe I'm just like fucking simple-minded or whatever, but why is that peak humor? Just like Mothman instead of Mothman, it's Mothman. Instead of Wolfman, it's Wolfman.
Way back. Oh, God, this is 20, almost 5 years ago now. I used to work at the Party Warehouse, and like there would be these older ladies would come in, and they would order for their kids' parties. Every one of them always said it the same way. Can I get the Spider-Man balloon?
I call him Spooderman.
Yeah.
My son loves it. Spooderman.
Spider-Man.
Spooderman.
Yes.
That guy behind us was making me anxious. I didn't like that.
He was like Robert De Niro laughing in Cape Fear.
Okay, I did not understand the times he laughed. There were things to laugh about,
Yeah.
but like he laughed at the most
cool. So
random
it wasn't
things.
just me. I was always like, you're picking the wrong time, my friend.
Yeah, you are definitely off.
Okay, as long as it wasn't just me. Yeah, it was like when they showed a branch.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I have anything else to say about this.
I
other
can't
than
say that
why.
I have
Yeah, I'm trying
much
to think.
else.
It's just not good. Like, go watch a
Yeah.
better werewolf movie.
There are better werewolf movies out there.
And it's
I-
not going to be Wolfman for sure.
No,
Yeah.
not even a little bit.
I'm making my omnibus of werewolf movies, and this is gonna go in it because it's a werewolf movie, but
It technically counts, and
it's going low.
that's unfortunate.
It's going low.
We're not watching
Really?
Twilight. It's not happening.
It's not sci-fi. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you like anti-Twilight on principle?
It's just shitty. Like, I don't...
The books were meh. The movies are
yeah,
terrible.
I watched the first movie, and we were just like, this fucking sucks.
Here's the thing. I do
Yeah.
understand, and I like every single criticism of the problems that there are with Twilight is pretty much correct. However, there is also a very large subset of the population that loves to hate on anything that women like, and that makes me want to enjoy Twilight more out of spite.
Listen, if you like bad things, then you like bad things. It has nothing to do with the fact that women like it.
And
It
Yeah,
I
has
don't
to do
even
with the
like-
fact that it sucks.
And I don't
Yeah.
even like Twilight that much.
Yeah,
But
no.
there is a subset of the population that's like, oh, girls are enjoying this thing and making it popular. Fuck them.
No. I mean, like, I could say I liked the Barbie movie. It was a good movie. Like,
Barbie, Michael
shit like
Walker.
that doesn't bother me. Like, it just sucked. Like, if it's a shitty movie, I'm going to say it's a shitty movie. Like, ugh. What were we talking about again?
I don't know.
Werewolves, unfortunately.
No. Before the Twilight. Yeah. No.
There's no show that we have that will host that, unfortunately. Big Dumb Monsters will refuse. It's not sci-fi, so it's out on me.
Summer
Yeah.
Camp. It's a book and a movie.
That's right. Do it on Summer Camp next summer.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if somebody had a book show, they could do it on that show.
Hi, Donna.
He's my good boy.
Anywho,
Giving him butt pats.
Hell yeah.
I love butt pats.
should we? Because I know we're going to be disappointed. Should we gather for Wolfman again?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll gather for anything. I love a night at the movies, even if the movie isn't good.
Yeah. Just having fun with friends and shitting on it is always enjoyable.
I am here for it.
Oh God, this scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
I
Nazi
cannot
thing.
imagine seeing this as a child.
Oh, I definitely saw this as a child too.
Oh yeah, I was maybe like 8, 9, 10 at the most.
Yeah, give or take somewhere in there for
Yeah.
sure.
I was both weirdly sheltered and not as a child. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network, but also my parents were well aware of the fact that my friends and I would light things on fire, and that was the activity. Like, I would invite my friends over to light things on fire, and again, fully aware, and they let this happen. But Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, absolutely fucking not. Don't know why. We used to try and light things on fire in the microwave. One time when I went to my friend's house in high school, we tried to make nachos, and she had like special like 4th of July paper plates that were star-shaped and shiny, and we didn't realize that the reason it was shiny is that there was a plastic coating on the plate. So we tried to make nachos, and they caught on fire.
Yeah. You used to light things on fire in the microwave. I was an 80s kid. We lit things on fire with a lighter and hairspray.
Oh,
we are not the same.
We like to light things. This was the activity: burning things with a magnifying glass.
Oh, yeah.
That
So-
shit was fun as fuck.
I've never tried this, but my dad says what they used to do is cut a small hole in a tennis ball and then cut off the heads of Strike Anywhere matches and fill it with that and then throw it and it would explode.
Fun.
All right.
My dad was.
So that's,
my
you know,
dad grew up in the 50s. Jesus Christ. And he and his friends would like yoink the butt off of lightning bugs and shit. And also they would jump off the roof of his house and also make each other faint. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I forget what they were called. There was this line of like they were like alien soldiers, and like they came in dissolvable bags, so you put them in water. Like they were like blind bags, so you never know what you would get. You put the bag in water, it would dissolve, and these little like plastic figures would be in it. So I lined them up on our shower.
Oh, is it like those grow anything?
No, they weren't like
expandable?
No, they weren't like those. They were just like solid plastic. They weren't like they didn't have to put them in to expand. But our shower was like had a metal frame, so I would line them up on the frame. And just
Practical effects in this movie are fucking god tier.
Yeah, I love the progression of what's his name, not David.
No, it looks so good.
as he keeps rotting and just decomposing.
Absolutely.
I
Incredible.
just shared the WikiHow for making a match head tennis ball bomb.
All right.
Fun.
Because why not?
We this was in high school. We'd go out to the woods behind my friend's house with like gasoline and fireworks and model cars, and just blow them up.
See, that we couldn't get away. I couldn't get away with, but we did. It was a lot of taping shit to sparklers so that it would burn down and then make the other firecracker explode. We did that. a
No, I
fair
remember
amount.
this one time we had this model. I think it was an Impala.
You're so
We brought it out to the woods. We dug a little.
Oh, will you stop it?
Buddy. Dug a little hole, lined the hole with foil so the gas wouldn't seep into the ground.
Smart.
Filled it with gas, just dumped a bunch of firecrackers underneath it, and then lit it from 10 feet away with a Roman candle. And we just remember the hood on the Impala going straight up into the air as this thing blew up.
Amazing.
It was
According to
awesome.
my mom, her brother and his friends used to have fucking Roman candle fights on their bikes. It's amazing that any of y'all made it.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of times I was allowed to play with fireworks unsupervised as a child is quite stunning.
I don't know if playing with fire vaguely supervised is all that much better.
We used to blow up G.I. Joe guys in my friend's backyard.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, probably, yeah. I can't fly anywhere, but damn, I had some good times.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, Wolfman will be
Wolfman.
next.
That'll be a time.
So what do we have going on network-wise? Monday.
Fuck.
Oh, I won't be. I won't even be here. But
I know we picked a movie.
it'll definitely
Ghost
be Monday.
Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh
Got
my
it.
god.
I will not be here for that.
Oh, I forgot to
But
update
you
the
will
time
be
tree.
here on
Tuesday.
Thursday for
From
Beyond. God, I'm so fucking excited to talk
so
about
you
a
guys are-
Stuart Gordon movie with
Nice.
fucking Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton in it. Yeah.
Are you guys finally back Wednesday?
No. Or at least not that I fucking know of, because I had to take my computer into the repair place again today.
What the fuck?
And apparently my SSD is bad, and it's what caused a cascading issue, because that either made the motherboard or the CPU go bad. And I'm
Did you
getting
want
it.
to do it from here?
We could.
Yeah. Just because I don't want to keep wasting the fucking subscription that we bought for
Point taken. Point
Yeah.
taken. So
We just
Prob-
spent a bunch of money on that.
Yeah.
probably back this coming Wednesday, but Jesus Christ, it's been a whole fucking saga. And I have been crawling the walls.
Yeah, no, I would be absolutely fucking insane at this point if I hadn't done streaming that long.
The fact that I have nothing, that I've had nothing to work on for so long, I've just been the amount of time I spent pacing my apartment today, just being what do I fucking do,
Yeah.
has been
Um,
nuts, and I have not liked it, but we will be back as soon as humanly freaking possible. I promise. We miss you all. We miss doing the podcast. We
do
are
have an
not done.
announcement, but I will get to that in a second. But Friday, Defenestration Hour is coming back off schedule. We had to cancel the last episode because of Saratoga Comic-Con. We were supposed to do an episode last night that we had to cancel because Tom couldn't make it.
We're probably going to wind up doing some off-schedule streaming as well because of the end of What We Do in the Shadows. Because
That's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, no,
it's Monday.
Monday.
And that was a big part of our streaming schedule for a really long time. So we are not, for anyone who is worried about that, we are not going to let that pass with zero word, even if my computer is still fucked at that point. We will be talking about it.
But Saturday, December 21st, you are going to want to get yourself...
Get yourself an ugly fucking sweater, bitches.
Yeah, you're going to want to do two things. Get yourself an ugly sweater, and then you're going to want to get yourself to the Bull and Bee Meadery.
Because we are having an ugly sweater party.
Yes. Yeah, we have to get some prizes for that. We have to get some sponsors for prizes for that. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
that'd be
shit's getting
nice.
expensive. Yeah.
Liquid Death, fucking sponsor us,
Utica Club, we're anytime. We're ready. We're ready.
please.
No, we're gonna be details still to be worked out, but we'll.
But get your asses down there.
Yeah, it'll be
because it's gonna be a
Saturday.
good time.
It'll probably be earlier, and go to the go as late. We can start earlier though, because it's Saturday.
Also,
Then the Halloween party. Sorry.
I have a haircut scheduled that morning, so I will be rolling up, rocking the Ripley,
Nice.
which I'm a little bit really excited about because I haven't gotten my haircut in a really long time.
So look for details this week. I gotta connect with Alex.
Kirby sweater, fuck yes, rock it.
I bought my sweater. I didn't go with the biggie one. I went with the first one that I showed everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a very
Topical. Yeah. And
I have a
just
very
hilarious.
on-brand Christmas sweater that y'all will be seeing.
But yeah, Saturday the 21st. Details should be out this week. I'll like I said, I'll talk to Alex and we'll nail everything down. Other than that, you know where to find us. We'll be doing our regularly scheduled
Rocking and
shows.
rolling as usual.
Steamy shower scene.
Hell yeah, brother.
Steamy.
People used to fuck in movies.
Yeah. Now millennials are all weird. Not millennials. Gen Y and Z are all weirded out by it.
Gen Z is very and I say this as the elder Gen Z. The younger Gen Z is very
The
fucking
fuck is wrong
weird.
with you people?
Is very fucking weird about it, and I don't
Just
like
show me
it
some
at-
genitals.
Yeah.
Jesus
I do
Christ.
not
You want to
like
watch
it
people
at
fuck in
all.
a movie? What's wrong with you?
No, I also I don't know what it is with Stuart Gordon movies in particular. People fuck in Stuart Gordon movies, and the fact that people are that weird about it. What's going on?
Seriously.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah. We used to have to try to fucking stay up late and watch HBO and shit when nobody was around to catch that shit. Now you guys are avoiding it? What the fuck? Anyway, that's a whole different show.
Yeah, don't fucking waste your time with werewolves.
Nope.
Is
Yeah.
gonna be my final word of advice to anyone who might be watching this.
Yeah. So many pointy boobies. Yeah.
You can literally tell the decade by the boob.
That's what I said.
Oh,
You said I was crazy.
for sure.
No, here's the thing. As soon as you pointed it out to me, I was like, "Holy shit, he's right."
I can tell you when a
70s
woman was
boobs
born based on her
are
tits.
identifiable.
I will give you that. I am giving you that right
Spot
now.
them a mile away.
Yeah. But yeah.
Speaking, I'll get into more of this not tomorrow. It's not Sunday, Monday. But speaking of 80s shit, holy shit, Skeleton Crew is fun.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew?
Yeah,
I haven't checked it out yet.
I was not expecting much. I knew it was going to be geared to kids, so I'm like, it's probably not for me. I'll check it out because I'm a Star Wars fan. I'll give it my due diligence. Holy fucking shit! It is 80s Spielberg. Think Time Bandits, Goonies. It is fucking just the perfect show I need right now. It's fun. It's it's just enjoyable. Holy crap! I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm I'm in. I'm so in on this show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, that's another. I'll get more into that on Monday, 'cause I'm sure Nick will be like, "Ooh, fuck that."
Do we want to leave anybody with our hybrid words of advice?
What the fuck with the hybrid words of it? Don't shake alien eggs and
Never
don't
sleep in a deathbed.
Yeah, there you go. Don't
There
shake
you-
alien eggs. Never sleep in a
Never
deathbed.
sleep in a deathbed.
Rock and roll, motherfuckers.
Whoop, whoop. Fuck off.